Hi, welcome to VA Helper. My name is Liza, Virtualera, entrepreneur, professional virtual assistant, career coach, CEO, and founder at my Virtualera. So in this course, we're gonna dive into the reality of virtual assistants through a series of videos that I specifically created and tailored for you and for those who are aspiring to become a virtual assistant, but they don't know where or when to start. So those videos are step-by-step guide to help you get started so that you will know what to do, not to do, and to give you some realistic expectation on what you're going to experience while you are on your journey to becoming a virtual assistant. So for those of you who don't know me yet, I've been doing a virtual assistant job for 20 plus years, and I myself as a recruitment manager, I've seen a lot of, especially the newbie or the aspiring virtual assistant, I've seen them struggle finding their first client and the frustration when they get into the actual job and they end up, giving up their dream of becoming a virtual assistant. And it's really sad because at first they are so excited, they are so motivated, but because they are lacking of information that they should have known first before they switch to virtual assistant, but there's nothing on the internet that will tell you the things that I'm going to tell you or you will learn from this course. And I'm hoping that this course will help you structure your approach to becoming a virtual assistant, to guide you on the strategy on what to do and what not to do, and at least again to have a realistic expectation when you started your journey as a virtual assistant. So through this course, I wanted to share with you my 20 plus years of experience as a virtual assistant, so I can guide you so that you will know at the end of this course if switching to virtual assistant career or career path is the right fit for you. So first, let's talk about common reasons why a lot of Filipinos are switching from their current job or from their current career to a virtual assistant. So let's talk about the 5 common reasons that I've seen as a recruitment manager, reason that most Filipino or most people are switching to virtual assistant. So the number 1 in my list is the potential increase of earnings, which is true naman na kapag nag-switch ka into virtual assistant, if you are lucky enough, if you are strategic enough and wise enough to handle and to manage your time and your resources, you will have the opportunity to increase your current income, not just the, probably you can earn more than 6 digits earnings a month. And again, that depends on your strategy. But again, one of the reasons why many people are switching to freelancing or virtual assistant career is because of the potential increase of earnings. And number 2 is the desired for flexibility. And again, it's true that when you become a virtual assistant, that means you are your boss of your own. So you have the autonomy to decide which client you wanted to work for, what industry you wanted to work for, how many clients you can handle, what time you wanted to work. Instead of working irregular hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., you wanted to just work from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. So you have the flexibility and autonomy to decide what rate or charges you will charge your client for a specific services that you might come up if you are able to come up with your specific niche or specialty that you wanted to offer to your client. So that's the number 2 reason why most people are switching to freelancing or virtual assistant is because of the desire for flexibility. And number 3 on my list is the desire for work-life balance, which is true naman na kapag kayo ay virtual assistant, you are able to decide what time, or again, just like I said earlier, what time you wanted to work, and then you can work anywhere in the world as long as you have access to internet. Like for me, sometimes I work by the beach or at the bar while I'm drinking with my colleagues. So you have the flexibility and you have the opportunity to work while you are enjoying anything that you are passionate about. So you can combine work and then your passion. If you are passionate about, let's say, painting, so you will be able to allot some time to work, let's say 4 hours or 3 hours or at night, and then in the morning you're gonna do your things like spending quality time with your kids, or if you wanted to do some paintings, or if you wanted to learn more by enrolling into MBA classes, or MBA courses. So being a virtual assistant, you have that work-life balance. It's up to your preferences and on how you're going to manage your time and resources. So that's the number 3. And number 4, why most people are switching to virtual assistant is because, they are currently having problem with their current job or with their current business. So they are having some job dissatisfaction or current job dissatisfaction. And then they are hoping that, by switching into a virtual assistant, they will be able to have the flexibility to pick or choose the job that they wanted to work or to be involved with. Because if you're not happy with your current job, you will not be productive and you will will just be demotivated and you will have no motivation to do your job well. So it will affect your family, it will affect your time, mental health, and your financial as well. So there's a lot of things that comes through with current job dissatisfaction, and that's the reason why most of people are switching into virtual assistants, so that if they're not happy with their boss, if they are not happy with their current salary, but they are rendering more hours, more overtime, unpaid, or they are not practicing their course that they studied, or wala silang career growth dun sa kanilang current job. So those are some of the example of not being happy with the current job, and the reason why most people are switching to virtual assistant job, and they're hoping that switching into a virtual assistant job, then they will have the opportunity to do what they love to do, and no more politics, because they are the boss of their own. And again, they have the ability to just get whatever opportunity that comes their way, handle many clients, take whatever projects they would like to get without even getting the approval of your immediate manager or boss, because you are the boss of your own. And number 5 on my list is the diverse opportunity. Diverse opportunity means that you're working for multinational client or international clients. So that means your range of knowledge is expanding as well. So we can admit na yung ibang technology natin dito when it comes to working environment, yung mga technology natin sometimes dito sa Philippines ay very behind. We are lacking of technology knowledge, and then sometimes kapag nasa corporate work ka na medyo natatagal na yung mga company dito sa Philippines na operational pa rin naman, pero yung kanilang mga equipment, computers ay desktop pa rin, and then Windows 2017 pa yung version ng kanilang OS. So that means na they are very behind when it comes to technology, and then yung knowledge niya is stuck na. So by working as a virtual assistant, it will open yourself to different dimension of technology na maisip nyo, may existing na palang gano'n na hindi ko alam sa previous job ko. And then again, you will be able to work with multinational people, like people from US, from UK, from Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, you name it. And then that means it will open more doors of opportunity for you. Hindi lang yung career mo mai-enhance, hindi lang yung knowledge mo ma-enhance, pero magiging updated ka rin sa mga current technologies and AI and things like that. So that's one of the benefits of switching into virtual assistant. That's why a lot of people are switching into virtual assistant. So nakaka-excite ba na sa dami ng mga promising opportunity na pwedeng i-open up sa'yo ng pagiging virtual assistant, pero meron ka bang real understanding kung ano nga ba ang virtual assistant? Kasi in this topic, let's talk about what is virtual assistant. So a lot of people have wrong information or understanding, or nami-misinterpret nila ang virtual assistant. Kasi I have a friend and she's working as one of the top executive in a big company here in the Philippines, and then one time she messaged me and she said like medyo nagkakaroon ng shuffle dun sa company nila within the internal company, and then nag-change of leadership and management, so baka daw maapektuhan siya and ma-politics na masyado doon sa kanilang company. So she was asking me, hey Lisa, you are a virtual assistant, right? So can I be a virtual assistant? Pwede ba ako dyan? Sabi niya gano'n. And then kung pwede ako, ano may mga ginagawa dyan? Madali lang ba? Data entry lang ba? Ano ba ang ginagawa ng mga virtual assistants? So for her, yung pagiging virtual assistant is easy job pero good money. So the reality is hindi po. Virtual assistant is more than just data encoding na mali sa pagkakaintindi ng karamihan. Virtual assistant are also professional like you, like me. If you're an engineer, if you're an accountant, if you are practicing nurse or dentist, you can be a virtual assistant. So virtual assistant is person or a professional rendering services remotely through digital communication and technology to businesses all over the world. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng virtual assistant. Hindi po yung virtual assistant pang data entry lang or researching lang po. Hindi, kasi karamihan sa mga tao kapag narinig nila yung word na virtual assistant is easy job. No po, hindi po. So yung virtual assistant po ay professional who are rendering services, their expertise, consultancies, technical, and advisory as well in their fields of practice. Halimbawa, accountant ka, so you're still doing bookkeeping. If you are a dentist, you can give an advice as a dentist, or if you're an engineer, you can still be doing your engineering job as a virtual assistant. So again, virtual assistants are professionals who render services to businesses all over the world. Either it's through contractual, consultancy, specialty, technical, administrative, whatever you name it, that is what you call virtual assistant. So ang virtual assistant po, usually they called as freelancer or independent contractor. Wala po kaming employee-employer relationship with the company na we work for. Bakit? Kasi po technically, pwede tayong matawag na employee kung i-declare nila tayong employee doon. Halimbawa, ang client niyo makuha ay sa US, hindi nila tayo pwedeng i-declare as employee kasi hindi naman tayo naka-resides doon. Hindi tayo, let's say, citizen doon, or wala tayong permit to work physically doon sa location ng business ng client. So technically, we are providing services remotely through digital communication or technology, and then they call us contractor. And then we don't pay tax doon sa country nila, they don't pay tax doon sa country nila. nila, and they are not giving any benefits like HMO or whatever the regular employee dun sa country nila, hindi po nila tayo pinoprovide ng ganun. Kasi again, hindi kasi sakop ng kanilang labor law yung ganong setup. So tayo naman dito sa Philippines, since nandito tayo sa Philippines, remote tayo, we are considered as independent contractors. So we take care of our own HMO, or we are responsible to pay or to remit our monthly contribution for SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig. Also, we are responsible for paying our income tax. So, yun po ang pagkakaiba ng virtual assistant or freelancer versus employee. So, again, kapag kayo ay virtual assistant, wala po tayong relationship sa customer natin as employee-employer. Ang relationship natin sa clients natin ay contractor or independent contractor and customer or vendor. Yun po yung pagkakaiba nun. Again, we have to take care of our SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig. Hindi sila nagpo-provide ng 13-month pay, ng sick leave, or whatever benefits na pinoprovide nila sa kanilang regular employee doon sa US or doon sa country nila. So ngayon, hindi porke tayo ay independent contractor, wala tayong employee-employer relationship doon sa clients natin, doesn't mean na hindi na sila nagpo-provide ng 13-month pay or ng mga vacation benefits. Actually, sa kanila, technically, karamihan sa mga clients, as far as I experience, they also treat us an employee in a way na they provide also 13-month pay, pero yun is considered as bonus na natin. Or they will call it 30-month pay. Katulad ng isang client ko, sasabihin nila, oh Lisa, at the end of the year, pagbigay na ng 13-month pay, sasabihin nila, because you are a valued part of our company, we wanted or we honor the customary 13-month pay ng Philippines, so we are giving you 13-month pay, ganun. Or sometimes naman, we will give you yung tinatawag nating service incentive leave, so they will give you like 15 days paid leave. So may maraming generous na clients na kahit ikaw ay contractor, they will still treat you and consider you as their employees. So yung ibang mga benefits na as possible as they can, they will provide it to you just to be fair with you, especially if they think that you are a valuable part of their organization. So when it comes to services, virtual assistant offers a wide variety of services. So again, you will still be practicing your profession. It's up to you if you wanted to switch from different profession than what you are currently practicing. Again, that's your own preference, that's your own choice, but you don't have to when you want to switch to a virtual assistant. You can still practice your profession, so you can provide services, an accountant if you're an accountant, or bookkeeping services. If you're an engineer, you can still practice your work as an engineer. Although, ang issue lang kasi kapag ikaw ay engineer, may mga engineers na required to go sa field para mag-check. May mga jobs na kailangan ninyong personal interaction. But still possible. Kasi isang client ko, ang mga hinahire ko for them are engineers like I&E engineer, yung mga nagpo-program ng mga control panel, something like that, or mga I&E engineer, INC engineer, mga nagpo-programming, mga system integrator. So I hired engineers like them, and then yung client namin is pinag-a-apply sila ng mga visa, tourist visa or business visa, and then tinitrain sila dun sa US. And then alam nila, para meron silang knowledge about dun sa actual work na ginagawa, para ma-enhance yung kanilang knowledge about the project, and then meron silang interpersonal communication with the clients or the customer no kanilang clients. So, possible po yun. So, may mga opportunities din sa pagiging virtual assistant na even though they hire you as a remote worker or contractor, you still have the opportunity to travel the world or travel to the country where your customer is situated. It's again, swertehan, up to you kung ano nga yung tatargetin mong market. So again, it's possible po kasi I've seen that. I'm doing this for 20 years and to different countries already kasi minimit ko yung clients ko or pinapadala ko yung ibang mga virtual assistants sa US para again, magkaroon sila ng site field experience. So, ang virtual assistant will render a variety of services. Depends on your expertise, depends on what you are passionate about. If you are a graphic designer, you can be a graphic designer as well as virtual assistant. If you're a dentist, you can still work in the field of medicine or dentistry and become a virtual assistant. If you are a software developer, yes, you can definitely do that. So whatever professions that you are currently practicing. So probably another question that you might ask is, paano po kung ako ay high school graduate or vocational graduate or professional ako, bachelor's degree, pero nung nag-asawa na ako, hindi na ako nakapagtrabaho, and then na-stuck na ako after mga anak, and then but now, I wanted to try yung virtual assistant, pero meron akong experience in the past, nag-work ako as a secretary or HR assistant. The answer is yes, possible po. Kasi one of the good thing about virtual assistant, in my 20 years experience as a virtual assistant, never na nag-ask sa akin ng aking certificate. Although I am a legit bachelor's degree, business degree holder, and then accounting graduating po ako, Pero never single client na nag-ask sa akin ng, hey, can you send me a copy of your diploma or any certification that you have? No, they don't ask because as a consultant, as a freelancer, they trust and they know that, you can render the service. They are more on what you can bring to the table than your qualification. Para sa kanila yun. And then, the more services, the good quality of services you can provide, then the better opportunity, mas malaki ang retention ng client. And again, kahit high school graduate ka, kung you are passionate naman about something that you think that you have this special skills and talent na you can offer, na you can compete with other people now having the same qualifications or passion, kung ano man yung ginagawa mo, yes. Kasi again, as long as you can read, write, and talk in English, that's fine. Even if you are a high school graduate, you can still be a virtual assistant. And if you are a vocational course, again, it's the same. Ang the most important lang po talaga sa nagiging virtual assistant is being able to speak and understand English. Kasi nga, in my practice as recruitment manager, ang problem ko sa pag-hire talaga ng mga Filipino virtual assistant, even if you are graduate na ng, sabihin na natin ng graduate ka ng 4-year course. Minsan nga, mga licensed engineer sila like IT engineer or mga software engineer. And then when I started interviewing, doing the initial interview, they have a really good experience. Maganda yung mga pwede na lang i-offer. We can get a lot of value from that person. Kaya lang the problem is, they can't speak English well. When I say can't speak English well, hindi nila ma-express yung sarili nila in a simple way. And then yung English nila is hindi ganun ka-communicative, hindi ganun ka-expressive. And then yun yung first thing na nag-turn down sa recruitment or sa akin, at least sa way of practice ko kasi, di ba, nag-provide ako ng mga virtual assistant to different companies and clients all over the world. But the problem is, I am very picky when it comes to English knowledge kasi yan yung magiging key tool ninyo para makapag-communicate kayo sa client. Kasi I don't want, and also sa'yo na nagbabalak na maging virtual assistant, you don't want your client to be frustrated just because hindi nila maintindihan yung sinasabi nyo or hindi kayo nagkakaintindihan kasi because of the language barrier. Kaya if you are planning to become a virtual assistant, assess your English communication skill. Meron po akong toolkit. I created a toolkit for you to have some assessment about your English literacy, about your personality development, and other cognitive behavior assessment. So I have different toolkits for that. Use that. It's free. Kasama po yun dito. Part po ito ng course na ito. Kasi kailangan ninyo yun ma-assess yung sarili ninyo, especially yung English communication ninyo. If you have a lot of experience or just a high school graduate, again, there is a lot of opportunity to become a virtual assistant. And sabi nga nila, don't think that if you have a lot of diploma and certification will give you a high chance of getting hired or getting a client. Hindi po. As a recruiting manager and having this experience for 20 years, it's not about the certification, it's not about the degree, it's about what you can bring to the table and your integrity as a person. Mark my word, and kapag nag-start na kayo pagiging virtual assistant, and you will come back to my channel and you will say, yes, Miss Lisa, it's true that not even na-mention na client ng ang aking diploma or hiningi nila ang copy ng aking diploma. Kaya again, maraming resources over the internet, mag-research lang kayo, may mga free dyan na trainings, information, go for it. Hindi nyo naman kailangan mag-spend ng marami. And again, isa yun sa mga videos ko dito na sa mga succeeding videos ko, pag-uusapan natin yan na kailangan ba ninyong mag-acquire ng maraming certificates, kailangan ba ninyong mag-establish ng mga new knowledge and things like that, or kailangan nyo bang mag-switch from engineer into social media manager. So again, pag-uusapan natin yan sa mga succeeding videos natin. So again, ang pagiging virtual assistant or switching to virtual assistant is very promising kasi marami naman talagang good thing and benefits ang pagiging virtual assistant. However, being a virtual assistant is not all about, having flexibility, a good opportunity. It also encompasses with different drawbacks and challenges. So now, let's move to our next video on our first lesson and see you there. Bye!